The flood risk will increase today as high waves coincide with high tide along the Jersey Shore and south-facing New York beaches. Christina Fan is with our first alert weather tracker in Manasquan, New Jersey, down the shore this morning. Christina?
Chris and Mary, good morning. We've been talking all day about just how ferocious the winds are, and as proof, we are actually standing in what is a parking lot, but you can barely tell because the wind has just blown so much of the sand over here. It actually looks like a section of the beach. Now, another concern we also wanted to touch upon is possible coastal flooding. So if you take a look at the monitor here in Manasquan, it is most likely to happen in high tide. That is happening at both 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. with moderate risk in the evening. The waves also expected to be anywhere between 7 to 12 feet. Now, towns all along the Jersey Shore have been preparing for this. In Ocean City, families were told to move their cars to a safe place before water levels rise, especially on the bay side. The town also asked residents to secure any outdoor furniture and check on their boats, docks, and slips, and also double up on their lines. In Seabright, which sits between the Atlantic and two rivers, families there hopeful that the metal bulkheads placed along the Shrewsbury River after Superstorm Sandy and those rock barriers along the ocean will help keep them safe. Now, again, waves today are forecasted to reach between 7 to 12 feet. Here in Manasquan, you can actually see, if you take us back live, a sand barrier that the town built yesterday to try and prevent the water from breaching. Again, remember, no swimming is allowed, although lifeguards will be out to enforce that rule and make sure nobody takes any unnecessary risks. For now, reporting live from Manasquan, New Jersey, Christina Fan, CBS News, New York.
And let's head now to Brooklyn for a look at conditions at Coney Island.
Swimmers at beaches here in New York City and on Long Island being warned to stay out of the water today. Natalie Duddridge is live for us this morning. Natalie?
Well, good morning, Chris and Mary. I think I needed to wear another layer this morning. It's chilly, gusty winds, misty conditions. It's feeling more like late September than it is August. And right now, no one is going in the water. Red flags are up. The city has closed all of the beaches. Lifeguards will not be at their posts. Instead, they, along with the Parks Department, will be patrolling along the sand to make sure that nobody enters the surf. Now, this main impact window today into Friday with dangerous rip currents also in New York City, high surf, and the risk of coastal flooding. This coastal flood advisory in place for most of New York City, and along the coastline, winds gusting 30 to 45 miles an hour. We also want to take you to Long Island, where the conditions are even more severe. Towns like Quogue and Southampton have already declared states of emergency. A high surf advisory remains in effect through Friday, with waves building to 15 feet in spots. Southern Nassau and Suffolk counties are under a coastal flood warning. And emergency management says the top concern is coastal erosion and the damage this storm could do to barrier beaches. Now, again, back out here at the beach, certainly the bottom line today is the water is closed for swimming. That's the latest from Coney Island. Natalie Duddridge, CBS News, New York.
And our first alert weather team will be tracking Erin's path as it moves up the East Coast. For the latest updates, be sure to stick with CBS News New York on air and online at cbsnewyork.com.